Hello, amazing ones. Happy Thoughtful Thursday. I hope you are doing amazing. Here's a topic that probably deserves a lot longer than just a Thoughtful Thursday video, but it's a good start, and that is negative self-talk. So one thing I want to share with you is that you may not even realize how you're talking to yourself. I started personal development maybe 6 years ago, resistantly. I was like, that's woo-woo. I don't need that. And so I reluctantly started my personal development journey, and I'm so glad I have. It has served me in so many ways. And it's not a perfect journey. It is like a health and wellness journey. It goes up and down. There are seasons that are more challenging, but it is always something that I am working on. And one of those things that came out of that was me understanding truly how I was talking to myself. And so first and foremost, the first thing is to start recognizing what you are saying to yourself. And to be honest, if you're like me, I didn't think I was having a conversation with myself at all because it was so deeply subliminal that I didn't even realize what I would say to myself. And, you know, if you really deep dive, it's important for you to see what you're saying to yourself. So if you make a mistake or if you fall off your plan, you know, I used to use horrible words to myself. You're fat, you're an idiot, you can't do this, you're never going to be able to succeed at this. I mean, those were the things that I would say to myself. And horrible things, you know, and we don't realize really the things that we are saying. So first and foremost, that is where I want you to start. I want you to start this week, and I really want you to deep dive and deeply think about the words that you're saying to yourself on a regular basis. And you probably will discover that you have some common through lines, right? So first and foremost is recognizing it. Secondly is then turning it around. And it's very hard to do that. You know, you have to really kind of break down what you're saying to yourself and think to yourself, all right, what should I be saying? And almost speak to yourself like you're in third person, right? So if a friend came to you and they had fallen off their plan, would you tell them that they're fat and losers and they'll never be able to be successful? No. Those are the things I was saying to myself, but that would never be what I would say to a woman that I am coaching. I would come at it with compassion and love and tell them, look, this is a journey and you're amazing. You've got this. You're making an effort. That is great. And I would speak to them that way. And I had to start teaching myself how to speak to myself like someone that I loved and had compassion for. And here is a little snippet of why that is so important. So there's been study after study, ladies, study after study about the impact of the words we use, right? And you know about that impact, right? You probably have some conversations that still impact you to this day, back from when you were young, words that your mother said to you or some horrible person, right? So you know the impact of words. And there you are saying those things to yourself. So there is great impact in that. Do not think that because it's not in the outer world or hurting someone externally that it doesn't have impact. It has huge impact on you and your life, your happiness, your joy, your self-love. So I really need you to understand the importance of identifying this. And then I want you to write them down. If you really can, I really encourage you to write down the things that you are saying to yourself. And I want you to spend some time journaling, writing down a refinement of what you should say to yourself. So write down what you said to yourself. You know, first of all, this week, I want you to recognize what you're saying. I want you to write them down with no judgment. Try not to, make it worse by saying, I'm so horrible. I speak horribly to myself. That just makes it worse. The whole purpose of this is an exercise in getting better, and exercise and moving forward and growing in a wonderful, self-loving kind of way. So I want you to write them down with zero judgment. And then I want you to take some time and compassionately write out what you should have said to yourself in that time, right? What you would have said to yourself or to someone if they came to you with that same situation, okay? And rewrite how you speak to yourself. You can literally do that. That's the coolest thing about being a human, is that we can rewrite our stories. We can rewrite how we talk to ourselves. We can rewrite our past and our history. And that's what we are going to do. Okay. And listen, words have energy. They have energy and they have impact. And there's only one person that is with you 24/7, and that is you. You're the only person with you that can see what's being said to you all during 24 hours a day, right? So please, please take some time and energy and work on that. Also, I want to recommend a book if this is something you're really struggling with. There's a great book. It's by Jamie Kern Lima. It's called Worthy. And it's a fantastic book. If that is something you struggle with, self-worth, I really do encourage you to pick that book up and read it. It's on Audible as well. But it really is amazing and very insightful and really inspirational. So if that's something you struggle with, please, please check that out. But please share in the comments if this, hit you in any kind of way. And let's really work on that. That's what I want your focus to be this coming week is your self-talk. What are you saying? How are you fixing that? Journal on it and let's move in the right direction because I love you and you deserve to be loved, and you deserve to be loved by the most important person in your life, and that's you. Okay, so let's do that. Happy Thoughtful Thursday. See you soon.